Chapter 13. All shall fade. You struggle to breathe as the swirl of magic carries you away from the devastation left in Nefora's wake, Bakshi's sorrow, Hitora's lifeless body. You hardly notice the trees and the fog you find yourself in as a well of despair opens up beneath you. I can't believe... Hitora's gone. Nefora destroyed them like it was nothing. I didn't know the gods could be destroyed like that. Was that not what you hoped to do to Nefora? You turn to find Valley standing off to the side, the rest of your party glaring daggers at her. So are you going to tell us where we are, or do we just get to play 20 questions with you? We're in the second hell. My magic is great, but I cannot break the laws of this world by my will alone. And what about Nefora? How do we know she's not right behind us? If she wanted, we'd already be in her palace, being tortured right now. I don't even want to think about how she's ruined my decorating. How can you joke at a time like this? And here I thought you'd appreciate the levity, given how amusing you find hurting me and my daughter. Valix flinches. We never took any pleasure in that. I did, but I'm to blame for that, not everyone else. No, Nia, the blame is on her. She's the one who sent Valix after us, who kept trying to kill us. Valley's eyes blaze, but then she swallows, the anger fading into a way that feels oddly practiced. We will not apologize for defending ourselves. A ruler trying to displace blame for casualties inflicted as a result of their own edicts. How novel. There is no we, Mother. You wouldn't have heard Valix if she wasn't standing next to you, and it seems no one else has, not even Valley. As though sensing something is wrong, Wallace toddles over to Valix with Ashy on his back, and both of them rub against Valix's leg. Look, I know none of us are happy to be working with Volley, but we need her help. She's the only ally we have right now. You can't be serious, kid. At least one of you sees reason. Don't get the wrong idea. We're allies of convenience. That doesn't mean we trust you, especially after how that battle went. You made it sound like if I let you out, you'd have something in hand, Volley. I said I could help. Things could have been far worse. They could have been. But I also can't help feeling like you just wanted to fight your ex. I didn't just want to fight her. I bought you valuable time, didn't I? It's not like it's our decision to make, though. It's Valix's. What? I told Valley as much when I set her free, and I stand by that. You're the one who's been hurt the worst by her. If anyone should decide her fate, it's you. Valix looks between you and her mother and drops her gaze to the ground, her lower lip trembling. To send her away right now would be... And what about after we defeat Nefora? You really think we still can do that? With Hitora dead and Bakshi as good as... Bakshi might not be... We left them with the monster, Nia. You saw how she played with us. The whole fight, it was a joke. You've never been one to avoid a doomed fight, Tora. Yes, because I'm an orc. But doomed fights have to mean something. What can you win? Has to be worth the risks of losing what you could lose. Do you have a solution, Tora, or do you simply want to complain? Do you ever hear yourself before you speak? I'm not the one pretending to be a hero. Oh really, Princeling? Then why are you constantly trying to impress Rain with how much you've grown? Your heart begins to pound in your ears, drowning out the voices of your friends as you struggle to breathe. I need to make them stop. You step boldly between Aaron and Mal, and they immediately freeze as you raise your voice. Will you stop? None of this is constructive, and I know it's a habit at this point, but you both know better. I'm sorry, Rain. I didn't mean anything by it, kid. Then don't do it. I can't handle it right now. Can we focus? We need a plan. We still need to escape the hills, and we do that by ascending to the next level. We can discuss the rest as we go. This is not something we can play by ear. Not when Navara is only a day after completing her ritual. What do you think we should do, Rain? I really want to say I'm sick of coming up with a plan. It really... You always have to be the hopeful one. Today I'm waiting on that. I think we can have to attack Navara again. She just kicked our asses, Rain, and we had 3 gods on our side. I mean, it's worked for us in the past. I know the afterlife might appear to offer frequent do-overs, but... Hate to admit it, but they're right. Charging in blindly is just gonna get us hurt. What else you got, kid? Why are you asking me again? I don't know... Oh my god. You're okay. You have to be. So you are. That's how this is supposed to work, only it doesn't. I need to think. You march off into the fog without so much as a word, both relieved and frustrated that no one follows. Yeah, I improvised. You don't mean to, but you blink and you're suddenly in the Royal Archives, your brother standing across from you. I'm sorry, Rain. I still haven't found a way out for you. It's almost like there's too much information. I don't know what to prioritize. Maybe you could ask Bakshi. Bakshi's gone, Kate. While we were fighting Navara, Itora and Bakshi reconciled and became one beautiful, powerful being. Then Navara ripped Itora's heart out. We had to run, but Bakshi wouldn't leave them. Oh, Rain, I'm so sorry. That's horrible. We found the Ash Empress again, too. Her real name is Vali. She's the only reason we escaped Navara, but of course, Valix is struggling. And how are you, Rain? I knew you were going to ask. I'm not great, but I don't think talking about it is going to help. Then how about I make you a deal? Let me tell you some stories, sing you some songs, distract you the way a bard is meant to. And if you decide you do not, if you do want to open up a little more, I'm always happy to listen. If only all of us had people like Kade. More importantly, I just wish I had someone like that. Well, I knew you'd come around. Now, I'm gonna ask this once, but... Kade, you promised. I promised to distract you, and that you didn't have to talk about your feelings. I didn't say I wouldn't ask about them. But you're going to be sad if I don't talk about them. I can handle being a little sad. That's part of why I love tragedies. But right now, I'm more worried that you're sad. Sad? I don't feel much of anything anymore. Malaise is technically an emotion, I suppose, or at least a symptom of something deeper. Symptom of needing a nap? An eternal one. A symptom that you're suppressing something. Which means you're probably going to explode at some point, wind up hurting yourself or your friends in the process. It's not like I'm doing it on purpose. I know, and honestly, the fact that you even told me all this is a big step in the right direction. But thank you for emotionally sharing. Your reward is having to listen to me sing. Oh no, you laugh. Sounds like more of a punishment. Thank you. Hey! I'm teasing. Kade swats at your arm. His hand passes harmlessly through and then grabs his lute. Alright, how bleak do you want this song to be? Oh, like we're on the verge of death. How bleak do you have? Well, I've been researching a lot about death, Rain, so the answer is very, but my annotations will hopefully make it better. The annotations will make it better. You're such a nerd. Ah, a label I wear proudly. I want to hear a song that's... Is it me, or am I the only one who listens to sad things while sad things are going on so you can truly know despair and then somehow you kind of rise like a phoenix from the ashes? Let's go with sad. Are you sure about that? I think it might be cathartic, actually. Fair enough. Let's go with the salted fields of Kildahana, then. I should warn you, this one doesn't always rhyme. An old orcish scanson is nearly impossible to replicate, and I could really benefit from some drums here. I drum on the table, but I'm incorporeal. Yet another inconvenience of you being dead. Kade picks up his lute and begins to play a melancholy tune. There was a land where the wheat did grow, till the harvester came and watered the crops with salt. Blood stained the trees and the snow and the doors to their dark little homes, where life no longer stirs. Well, that was dark. No one does apocalypse like the orcs. That was the end of the song. I was kind of having a Witcher moment. You know, if you watch the series, you remember the bard, right? Yeah, no, I was having a moment there. Now that we had a little history lesson, I could use your help with something. Your ballad. You're still working on that? Well, it is practically finished, but then you had to go and save the world again. And I thought it might help with the people who are still a little upset with your whole crashing the realms on top of each other thing. I know, it was the right thing to do, but I wish so many people hadn't gotten hurt. But I got stuck. I'm really struggling to figure out what your mindset was during the last battle. What have you got so far? He plucks a few chords on his lute and starts to sing again. Attend, my friends, the tale of reign of Riverbend, a hero of likes we'll never see again. She slayed the Ashen Empress and stopped her army too. And now, my friends, we know what it is that she must do. She was forced to make a terrible choice. Much to her dismay, but what else was there to do if one hoped the peace would stay? There you go, head off the doubters of the past. You're making me feel like there are a lot of doubters. Nah, just some really loud ones. Unfortunately for them, I'm louder. But you'll have me out of a job soon if you keep writing lyrics like that. Never. But please tell me you haven't been cooped up in the library ever since I died. You and Churda have been both keeping me busy. She's like me. She needs something to do. From what I recall, Churda's something to do tends to be getting her in trouble. Her affinity for trespassing has only grown, and she's been more willing to liberate anything she thinks can help us. She may have become an even greater antagonizer at the city guard than Mal. Mal will take that as a personal challenge. Nah, she's real trouble, my fiancé. She really is. Wait, fiancé? Yeah, she, proposed. Well, I was proposing, and then she beat me to it. Really? It's because she talks really fast. Kade. I mean, remember, time flows differently. For us, it's been days. For them, it may have been weeks, months. When's the wedding? Once we get you back, of course. So, we need to speed this up. Churt is impatient about most things, but this is another level. Just promise me you won't let her convince you to elope. Bard's honor. I was about to say that I wish you were with me, but I don't want that for you. I won't say I haven't thought about it, but I think I can serve you better here. You know I was never much of a fighter. I know I can handle all this better if you were by my side, though. Oh, I am by your side, Rain. Maybe not literally, but it's not the same. I don't know what to do anymore. How to keep going. Maybe what you need is to stop for a second. To take a moment to breathe and feel. If I stop. Oh, this is a choice right here, because this is something that you fear that you won't start again, or the world can end. So you have to keep going until even when you're burned out, you keep going. I'm gonna go with the world could end. You can't take on all the responsibility yourself, Rain. That's too much pressure for any one person. I know it can feel like the darkness is swallowing you up, but that's when you need to... You probably cut the connection between you, so you're once again standing alone in the fog, feeling even worse than before. You feel a warm, heavy weight in your palm, and you'll look down to see a beautiful orb waiting in your hand. Memory orb. I think this can heal me. Thank you, Kade. You tuck it in your bag and feel a pang in your chest as you do so. I wish I could stop, but if I do, the darkness is just going to catch up. Heart still heavy. You return to your friends, waving them away as you step towards you. Let's keep going. We aren't going to get any worse staying in one place. You push on until the fog-filled forest turns into tangled vines, long abandoned buildings. Silence stretches out between you until... Valley, how exactly do we get to the first level of hell? We go up. Obviously, I believe she was asking if there's some sort of puzzle or challenge, the way there was in second and third hells. I do not know. I did not have the freedom to explore this place. But we shall push through whatever stands in our way, and then tear Nefara limb from limb. And how exactly do you intend to do that? We have this little thing called stabbing, elf boy. You might not have heard of it. Guys, that didn't work too well last time. It's about the only thing we can do. It's not like she'll listen if we ask her to stop being a tyrannical caricature. We just have to get back to Ahalas, regroup with the resistance, figure it out from there. I will not draw Nefara's eye to my Kilmer with no warning. That assumes my mother hasn't killed her yet. This isn't... All this fighting, now it really feels like home. I feel for our MC right now. God, I've been there. No one asked you, Empress. And just like that, the darkness catches up. You ever feel like the way to force them to listen is to scream, to shout, and yet people still don't listen to you, do they? You ever feel that insignificant? At least in this book we can tell them. You set your jaw and feel the energy building in your chest, traveling through your vocal cords so your voice rattles with power. Listen to me. All of their heads snap to attention in almost eerie unison, even Valley's. Rain, did you just... You take a deep breath and try to compose yourself to find a rallying cry, a cause for hope, but there's nothing. Just that horrible emptiness. I think we need to accept the reality of our situation. Even if we get to Ahalas, Nefara is only hours away from completing her ritual, and the Resistance and Bakshi are broken or worse. There's a long pause as you sink to the ground, defeated. This is usually the part where you give us a reason to keep fighting, Rain. Yeah, but what happens if she lost the will to fight? I mean, Kade, Chert are getting married, so I guess that's something. That's wonderful. It's wonderful if they live to see it, but at this point I doubt they will. We can't fix this. We can't beat her. That's not true, Rain. We all saw how the fight went, Nea. There's no point in denying it. Maybe the best we can do now is to say our goodbyes before the hells changes us into something else. You can't give up, Rain. If you give up, You just saw proof that a god can destroy another god. Hells, you've killed a god before, but now Nefara is too much for you. We barely stood a chance against her before, and now we've lost all of our godly allies. Hell, we barely defeated you, let's be honest. I am standing right here, and you were standing right back there. You're just one god, Volley, and if Bakshi isn't dead, they're likely been forced back into the fold. That's 4 against 1. No worse odds than when we saved the world the first 2 times. I'm just sick of fighting. Bakshi stopped. Maybe they had the right idea. Wallace runs over to you and clambers into your lap while Ashy leaps onto your shoulder, giving your cheek a gentle lick. Oh, guys. Mal kneels down beside you and takes your hand. I'm sorry, Rain. When I told you to let them go, I didn't mean to imply that you should stop fighting. I'm just so tired, Mal. Now let me carry you. I'll do whatever it takes, Rain, whatever you need. Your friends crowd in around you in a hug, a shield against the torment currently battering your heart. We're sorry, Rain, for putting so much pressure on you. You've always handled it so well, but that doesn't mean it's fair for us to continue to burden you with all of our troubles. Is there anything we can do for you right now that would help? Do you have a cup of coffee? Alright, I'm gonna take a sip. Hold on. Coffee only helps so much. Okay, check on me more moments like this. Someone else to lead right now. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't feel like any of these answers are the right one, but the most logical one is someone else to lead right now. We can handle that, Rain. Just watch. See? She's giving orders already. As long as it's not me. I don't care who's doing it. I think we can share the responsibility. You can start us out, Mel, if you think you can keep Violet, Elfboy, and the Princeling in line. Give us 5 minutes, kid. We'll have 6 different plans on your desk. Or in your hands, metaphorically, because we don't have any paper. As your friends let you go, Mal leads Valix, Tyrell, and Aaron away while Imtor and Ian linger next to you. Valley stands off to the side. This has all made me vastly uncomfortable. Yeah, no, that's how I feel too. It's emotions. Shouldn't you be helping the others? Valley shrugs her shoulders and goes to join the rest of your party while Nia turns back to you. Rain, Imtor and I were thinking that maybe you could use a walk. That way you don't feel like you need to participate in the planning. It might also help you work through all the stress you've been dealing with. I don't know, guys. I've already had a lot of feelings for one day. Some of the best ways to clear your mind doesn't involve talking about your feelings at all. We learned that when we lost your Rain, I was paralyzed with fear, imagining every worst-case scenario, but Nia helped me with that. And Imtora helped me find time to care for myself. We'd like to teach you how to do the same thing. We'll talk about it at the end of the video. You duck behind the waterfall, unless, my mood changes during this. After Imtora and Nia into a small cavern filled with soft light and muffled pitter-patter of the water. Alright, since you don't want to talk anymore about your feelings, I think we need to start with something more physical. How is that going to help me feel better? You'd be surprised how much stress you hold in your body. Stuff like massages, exercise can help you let that go. I personally prefer meditation. Even when I was a child, my mind was so full I'd sometimes get lost in it. But focusing on my breathing helped me bring me more in tune with my body. Which do you want to try, Rain? I've always been the physical one. Like, riding my bike for great lengths of time is actually really nice. Meditation, however, listen, I used to do this often, and now it's just like, I want to take a nap instead. I'm serious. A massage. You owe me a drink, priestess. A small price to pay if it means that Rain feels a little better. Imtora gestures for you to lie down on your belly on the cool rock, and she kneels down beside you. Where do you think you carry the most tension? What tends to be the most sore when you wake up in the morning? Oh, everything. But mainly my back. You reach up to clutch gently at the muscles that run from your shoulders to your neck. My neck and jaw, mostly. I think I grind my teeth. Let's see what we can do about that, then. Imtora is surprisingly gentle as she works over your muscles, while Nia's glowing hands bring a soothing warmth to them. When you finally sit up, you find the constant aches and tension in your body have all ebbed. That feels... wow. Better? You know it is. Thank you. Of course. Now, it might help you if We talked through the worst case scenarios of our current situation. And all the tension comes back. That's how it goes. That's seriously how it happens. Doesn't that sort of defeat the purpose of everything we just did? Yep. No, not if we've tried to talk about this before. You probably would have freaked out. But now that you're more relaxed, you can hopefully put your mind at ease. I'm not sure there's anything that can do that. Nia puts her hand on your shoulder. Maybe things aren't as bad as you think they are, or maybe what you're worrying about isn't likely to happen at all. But we can't exactly reassure you until we know what scares you the most. I'm scared of Navarra taking over the world, being stuck down there forever, losing all of you. I mean, technically we're more worried about Navarra taking over the world. I understand that. She really seems to think it's possible. And you don't. Every villain thinks they'll succeed. Otherwise, they wouldn't bother trying. But she's been very bad at predicting us so far. That's proof enough for me that her plan isn't flawless. And even if she does start conquering places, the orcs wouldn't go down without a fight. And I doubt most of Morella would either. Have you met them? People will get hurt, though. They'll die. They'd be choosing to fight the same way we've chosen to fight. We might not be there to help them or even see what happens, but the world will go on, Rain. You can count on that. And if it doesn't, I suppose that is a small comfort. I know none of this is easy to hear. When Nia first taught me, I didn't always react well. It's part of why I left. It's easier to go to the tavern to try and cope, and when Nia tried to talk to me out of it, I lashed out. I lashed out too, through some of what she said back, or she told me back in her face. The boys tried to intervene, which just made us lash out at them. After that, things got messy and I ran off. And then you didn't see each other until I returned. His eye seemed stuck to the ground, like glistening with tears. I told Imtora that drinking wasn't going to bring you back, and the reason we couldn't tell you if you were alive was because she wasn't helping us find out. I said that any delay would be her fault. And I countered that that it would be better if you weren't alive, because then at least you wouldn't be suffering. Yeah, very oof. I'm sorry, Rain, for giving up on you back then. None of us are immune to losing hope, Imtora, but we helped you get through that, and we helped Nia with her shadow persona. You reach forward and pull them both into a group hug. We'll keep getting each other through it. That we will, Landrat. But for right now, it's our turn to help you through this. Which means we'd better get back to the others. I'm sure they've come up with some kind of plan by now. But listen, we could have a girls thing. Giggity, just giggity. Anyway, actually, can you wait Imtora or Nia? We'll go with Nia. Of course, Rain. Imtora gives you a small salute and a wink as she heads back out of the caverns. I wanted to thank you for all your help. Where'd you learn how to do all that anyway? There are some older temple texts on meditation and energy healing, or are you talking about the adjusting your perspective and such? That. Oh, well, I suppose you helped me figure that out. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be such a wreck if I had anything to do with that. When you were gone, I missed you so much sometimes that I didn't want to go on. But I knew you'd want me to have courage even when facing the worst, and suddenly everything became much clearer. You did most of the work, Nia. I was just there for a little inspiration. You're always so humble, Rain. I think you forget just how much you've given all of us. Nia. You've given me more. Rain, you always say the nicest things. Nice implies they're platitudes, they're not. This place is horrible, Nia, but every time I look at you, it feels like I'm home. I feel the same, Rain. She cups your cheek in her hand, drawing you close until your forehead is resting against hers. Nothing brings me more comfort than having you by my side. You slide your arms around her and hold her close, reveling in her soft curves and gentle warmth. That's right where I want to be. And with that, you and Nia head out of the cavern and back to the rest of the party. My way of handling things is typically to try and tell jokes. At least I try. When you finally group back up, Mal steps up to the front, flanked by Tyrrell, Aaron, Valix, and Volley. Alright, what have you figured out? We should begin by acknowledging that we don't know what we don't know, but we can try to know. Oh god, this is what you came up with? It sounded better when Tyrrell said it. I'm not rising to that bait, Princeling. Do you see that, Rain? I'm being responsible. Yeah, I'm gonna pat you on the head. Congrats. The plan, Mel? Right, first off, we should check on the Resistance to see how they've been faring since we wound up down here. If any of the rebels escaped with their lives, they could be a vital resource. But my mother's still a threat. We'll need to keep her off our trail by passing along some false information. If we let what appears to be one of the communications fall into our network's hands, she'll believe it's real and act accordingly. The rebels won't be enough. We will need Bakshi's help, which means sneaking into the palace to see them. And that will be much easier with a very loud, aggressive diversion. That all makes sense to me. Told you they had it in them. Seems to me like all that's left is to decide what we want to prioritize. I say we should focus on recovering our allies. It'd be a lot easier to accomplish our goals with the Resistance and even Bakshi on our side. Stars and ancestors willing, they still live. It'd be nicer if more of your ancestors could get on board with the rebels, rather than wasting all their time partying. If our distraction is big enough, perhaps it will draw their attention. Small point of order. How are we getting out of the Hells? That plan won't do much good if we're stuck down there. Luckily we aren't. Valley's been holding out on us. I've not been holding out on you. I've been waiting for you to stop bickering. Well, we've stopped bickering. Now, what do you know? I know where the exit is. Nefora took me through it when I landed here. I haven't seen all this place, but... She makes a graceful gesture, and with a swirl of purple magic begins to form a map of the landscape and the space between you. I'll animate the map. You wave your own hand, and your magic brings the illusion to life with flowing water and moving figures. Show off? Always. Valley points to an imposing door near the top of the map, floating a full level above your current location. This is the exit. As you can see, we won't be able to climb it, but we can fly. I thought magic didn't work in the transitions between the Hells. It doesn't, but when one physically changes their shape, they become that. There is no magic to cancel out. She looks to Valix, who takes several steps back, eyes going wide. I can't do that anymore. Can't or won't. Valley, don't talk to her like that. She doesn't answer to you anymore, and she never will again. I wasn't implying... I don't care what you were implying, you need to back off. You're stopped by Valix's hand on your shoulder, and you allow her to lead you away from the others to speak privately. I have to do it. No, you don't, Valix. Just because she's saying that's the only way doesn't mean... Flying is the fastest way, Rain, and I would like to fly again. I only hesitate because I will have to ask her for help, and that frightens me. Being alone with her frightens me. You will always have me. I will be there with you no matter what. You always know just what to say, Rain. Valix nods, and you follow her back over to the rest of the group. She addresses Valley, tone carefully guarded. When we first fought Nithrax, I was badly injured. I lost the memory of how you taught me to transform. Perhaps it was for the best. You've met Nefora now. Seeing her again, I realized she confused love with possession. And so, my dearest creation, my dearest privilege, my wronged daughter, did I. Your body is your own, your form is your own, the depths of harm I've done to you are incalculable. But now I'm here to help you if you wish me to, and if you do not, I will do what I have, or should have, done a long time ago. Watch you soar. You can figure this out, Alex. We believe in you. I was actually thinking that maybe you'd like to learn alongside me. My transformations have always been painful. And you've shown me that that isn't how life has to be. Maybe we can find a new way, a better way, together. This will teach you the ability shape change. I said I'd be there for you, and if that's what you need, I'm there. Thank you, Rain. The ability to transform into an all-powerful dragon has nothing to do with it? You ignore her. I bet we don't even need Valley's help to figure this out. Our friends can probably be just as helpful if you'd rather chat with them. You really think so? I suspect Nia and I's knowledge of magic may be useful. I don't know anything about magic, but I'm always down to be moral support. It's your choice, though, Alex. You haven't gotten enough of those, in my opinion. Well, who do you think we should start to talk to, as a recommendation? I think we should ask our friends. I suppose I should go wait over there. Valley glances around and then pointedly walks away from your group, staying in sight but out of earshot. Feel she took that better than I expected her to. It seems she's at least trying to follow through on what she said. With that, you and Valix turn back to your friends. Alright, what kind of advice do you have for us? Perhaps it's a matter of small steps. Start by changing your foot, toe, and continue to build on that. I agree with the princeling. That's just because you think it'll be funny to see Rain and Velix's regular heads on dragon bodies. Yeah, it would be. Back at the temple, we were taught that the key to doing magic is to believe that you can. You can't dwell on how impossible it feels. And given you are made of shadow magic, Valix, I suspect you need to focus on your emotions more than Rain will. With that, you and Valix step away so you've got a bit more room to work. Valix shakes her fingers out, shadows beginning to dance around her. I guess we're just jumping right in, huh? We should get started. We don't have time to talk. Right. We'll make time for this. It's important. As Valix finally meets your gaze, the shadows disperse and her shoulders slump forward. I was about to say, where's our power-up? It's just strange, this new version of her. This lack of corruption, whatever that means. She's apologetic, cautious with me, kind, protective, too. Nothing like the woman I knew. That doesn't erase what she did either. No, it doesn't. And that's what's hard. To see how Nefara treated her, to see where her cruelty came from, and still hurt from it. She used to describe the Shadow Realm with such beauty. Makes me wonder what she was like before. Who the real Vali was. Do you wish you had met that version of her, or still think she's in there? Do you still think she's in there? And there's a strange way to put it, I suppose. Maybe. She is so different now, perhaps she can change even more. But nothing can truly erase what happened in the past. No, it can't. But that can be a good thing. Mistakes are how we learn, after all. Maybe someday she can be better than she was before. I hope so. Is that what you want, then? To have a relationship with her again? I'm still figuring that out. Well, you don't have to make that decision right now. And no matter what you choose, I'll do whatever is in my power to see that you get it. You are a far kinder friend than I deserve, Rain. You're the one teaching me how to turn into a dragon. I think that makes us even. With a laugh, you both close your eyes, recalling the advice you were given as you reach for your magic. You picture a formidable dragon, your own take on Valak's powerful form, and you feel the power building in each of your limbs. I think I've got it. Your body twists and turns and shrinks. Or not. Oh my god, we became a baby seal. No, Imtora, put the club down. I mean, we did successfully change our shapes. We just got a little mixed up. Wait, she became a baby seal too. Maybe we lean into it, build up our dragon forms. Then pick another creature and do your best to actually become that one this time. I'll become a flesh drinker, a kitten, an owlbear. You know what, owlbear, actually. You picture an owlbear, and suddenly you feel yourself grow, feathers sprouting out from your skin. I did it! Good job, Rain! She became a panther. You look over to find Valak in the sleek form of a shadow panther, and you can't help but leap at her, tackling her onto the stones. Benja. Valak's laugh as she wiggles out from beneath you, pawing and biting playfully at your massive form. Let's try the dragon again, shall we? You think back to the dragon, pushing away all thoughts of the impossibility, feeling the fluidity of magic flowing through you. Like an earthquake in your soul, your body rocks and shakes, bones rattling as your face hardens into something beautiful and terrifying. I become a dragon, guys. I'm a dragon. I look more like a raptor with wings, but sure, dragon. I'm really a dragon. So am I! Can you imagine that voice coming out of the dragon? No. Listen, Valak's is still a dragon. You're just a raptor with wings, I'm serious. You both let out roars of excitement that shake the ground underneath your feet. And Valak flaps her wings and takes to the skies. Come on, Rain. And right behind you, the instinct kicks in as you flap your own wings, every beat of them lifting you higher and higher. Hey Valak, let's breathe fire. Go for it. Feeling the heat building in your chest, you take a deep breath and blow. No, not the hook to it's a turn of glowing flame spews from your mouth, scorching the ground beneath you. I'm on fire. Technically the ground is on fire, but I understand the sentiment. Alex lets out a gout of her own, and you watch as purple dances with orange and red as the flames intermingle. Wow. As the two of you land among the ruins and water, you transform back to your regular forms and sit down on the cool stone. Thank you for this, Rain. After the last few days, I never thought I'd fly again. I never thought I'd get to be a dragon, so thank you. She looks up at the foggy blue sky, a soft smile on her face. And it didn't even hurt. I had no idea I could transform and feel that good while doing it. I take it you're feeling a little better about our situation, then? Our situation hasn't changed much. I still have so many questions, but I am feeling better. And I don't want to let this feeling go. Well, a kiss should do that. We need dragon form right now. I got hugs to spare. Why not? I would want one, even if I didn't. You thread your fingers through her hair as you draw her in close until you feel her breath ghosting over your skin. When your lips finally meet, Valak melts into your arms, trusting you to hold her up as you share her tender touches. You are truly magical, Rain. No one is like you. I bet you say that to every girl who helps you turn into a dragon. No, I would never. You laugh as you capture her lips in another kiss, soothing her worries away. Then she nips playfully at your lower lip, sagging it between her teeth and drawing it out between you with a sly smile. You were teasing. I was. She surges forward to kiss you again, and it's like nothing else in the world exists, just the two of you, together soaring. When you're forced to break apart, you rest your forehead against hers for a moment. Loath as I am to say it, we should get back to the others. There will be time for more later, I promise. There'd better be. You dust yourselves off and head back to your friends, who immediately jump up from where they've been seated. No one's been watching us be dragons this whole time. How did it go? Again, case in point. How did it go? Oh my god. It went well, I'd say. Why don't we show you? You smile as you let that now familiar energy twist your body into a massive dragon as Valix does the same. Well, amazing. That is quite impressive. You mean badass? Damn it, kid. I think you're going to give the princeling a heart attack. It's just, wow. Well done, shall we? Get on. You both lower your heads down, allowing everyone else to climb onto your backs before you take to the skies. Not just are we carrying them literally, but also figuratively. You have an exhilarating flight straight up through the fog, leaving the second level of the hells behind. It's just that simple, everyone. It's just that simple. If only Navarra could see us now. Let's not tempt fate like that. Suddenly, a horrible screech cracks the air and you turn to see a pack of shadow gargoyles flying right for you. Ooh, you look pretty. Can we seriously not catch a break? No. They must be guarding the gate. I should roast them with dragon fire. You charge straight for the pack of gargoyles as the heat in your throat builds, letting out a jet of flame right into the center of the group. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno, burn, baby, burn. Burn the mother down. The ones caught in your blast fly about wildly shrieking until they fall out of the sky, charred to a crisp. Guess they aren't a fan of my dragon form. Well, I sure am. Unfortunately, there are still plenty of them left, more emerging from the shadows to swarm you. Ah! You look back as Tyrrell takes a swing at one of the gargoyles with a sword and nearly tumbles off your back. We can't fight like this, we need to land. You head for an outcropping near the top of the level, your party leaping off you as you and Valix shift back to your normal forms. We've dealt with these guys before. Let's take them out. One of the gargoyles locks in on you and dives low, screeching as his taloned feet reach out. Dodge and roll, freeze it in place. Because why not? You spin the dial on your crossbow to ice and take a shot at the gargoyle. The bolt splits into two, one crashing into your attacker and freezing it solid, while the other arcs off to freeze another. That's a 2-for-1 special. 2 for the price of 1. Nice one, kid. Let's see how they fare if they can't see us. You draw the flower you found in the abandoned building in the hills from your bag. See you, gargoyles. The light all around you is instantly swallowed, throwing you into darkness, hidden from the creatures. Now, everyone in your group lashes out with magic. I'm not saying everyone's name, it's stupid. While Tor and Mal hurl spectral daggers and axes. All around you, you hear the sounds of gargoyles shrieking and falling. I got a question. How are they able to see in pitch black circumstances, but gargoyles can't? Yep, make it make sense. See, this is why we take field trips. But then, one gargoyle comes flying through the darkness, blindly slamming into you and all knocking the flower from your hand. Light floods back in all around you, nearly a dozen gargoyles littering the ground, while some still hover higher above. Come on, Aaron, time to keep your promise and master the shadow. I don't recall making a promise like that. It was implied. I don't know if I'm ready. You're never going to feel ready, Aaron. You just have to do it. And with that, Nia floats in the air, arms outstretched as she starts to glow, throwing bright light into the gargoyles' eyes. Quick, while they're blinded. Shadow tendrils erupt from Aaron's back and lash out around the blinded creatures, and they start dropping like flies as he steals their power. Their magic dances in an unexpected harmony, the two of them finding what they could never, with words, balance. Do 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 do. I thought it was coming off of his back, not out of his hands. What is he? Makeshift Spidey Man? Your turn, Rain. Slice them down. Keep others distracted. Keep them distracted for the others. Slice them down. You lift your scythe, pulsing with necrotic energy, and swing it through the drained creatures on the ground. Every slice of your blade sends a puff of salt through the air until you're surrounded by piles of it. I think you'd better start, I think you'll be better tasting than you were looking. Hey, no! I regretted it as soon as I said it. Die, you worthless imps. You will rue the day you challenged us. You turn to see Valix and Valley fighting back-to-back against the last swarm while Wallace weaves through the creatures, Ashy on his back. You cute. Time to finish this. I think I'll hit them all in succession. You feel the magic buzzing on your skin, and it's like time slows down all around you. Let's see how many of these guys I can take down. You zoom between the creatures, striking each of them with your summoned weapons, and at times speeds back up, they all crumple. Goodbye, gargoyles. We're like One Punch Man. We're able to do it all. Seriously, we're able to just do it all. Makes no sense. I didn't know you had an Inuit realm walker. With all the gargoyles dispatched, a celebratory cheer spreads out across your party. I can't believe I did that. I knew you had it in you. You just had to trust it in yourself. No offense, Princeling, but I think Violet swept this particular match. She was a dragon. So was Rain. It was a team effort. So are we ignoring how Nia looked like a literal goddess? Rain, you can't say that. Why? Is there a rule? We're in the literal hells, Nam. If anywhere is a place for blasphemy, it's here. It feels like it's a long time since we had to fight go that well. A stunning performance all around. The forest doesn't stand a chance. If you're done congratulating yourselves, we should go. We're nearly at the exit. You follow Volley up the stairs to a beautiful, elegant door built into the cavern walls. With a deep breath, you reach for it. Here we go. But before you can even touch the door, it slowly creaks open. Beautiful music and golden light pours out of it, revealing... I'm not really surprised by this at all. At this point, I'm really not. I was about to call it. You didn't think it would be that easy, did you? Yeah, no, I mean, have you met the people in the story? Anyway. Oh. Yep, no. Alright, so hopefully you did enjoy the content that I do. Okay, let me know. Leave a comment down below, letting me know. I don't know, letting me know anything, really. How's your day? How's your week? How's the story so far? How's the weather treating you? I don't know. Just let me know, right? I love reading you guys' comments. I love replying to you. I don't know. Aside from that, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. There's also join and thanks features. Right? Just saying. So, aside from that, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about this, and I'll just keep it short and sweet. Lately, I've been really struggling. I don't know how long you've been here on this channel, right? But I've been doing this content for a very long time. I've been doing this since the app literally was accessible to me, and I was the first creator. I can officially say that confidently. I was the first creator that ever started covering this content, and I am the only creator that reads this content. So, with that being said, Um, you know, there's a lot of other content we've done on this channel. There's a lot, right? Over 5,000 videos. And that's not even counting the streams. So keep that in mind. All in all, we've been doing content for about 13 years. Choices is just 7 of it. So think about that. And I'm tired. I personally have been through a lot. I really have. And just, you know, a lot of you have reached out to me, or may I say a lot of people have reached out to me over the years, and they've talked to me about issues and whatnot, and I'm more than happy about that, right? But also there's people in real life who need me. There's, you know, my 2 brothers who are special needs that need me. Like, I've always been the person people come to. And I'm physically strong. I'm able to lift hundreds of pounds, and no matter what it is, I lift it. I'm a person who's always been emotionally strong, psychologically strong. I'm strong in every single way because of the pretty horrible things that I've been through that pretty much have made me this way. And don't get me wrong, yay for the strength, right? In every single manner and lane and the whole 9 yards. Makes me more intelligent, makes me have, you know, street smarts. Just prepared me for a lot, right? Pretty much there's not much you can throw at me at this point that is going to really beat me down. Sorry, I've been as far down as you possibly can against the ground. You know, I've been in the ground, literally and figuratively. Yeah, that's a story for another time, but, you know, there's not much you can do at this point. The only person or thing that can defeat me at this point, which we all get defeated by it, is death, but is yourself. Right? But as you saw in the story, there's just times where you know, you don't have an answer for things. You don't know what to do. You feel lost. You just feel like pretty much curling up on the ground and laying down and giving up. And just being like, you know what, I just need to lay here for a minute. I'm tired. And that's how I'm feeling. Literally and figuratively. So, just being honest. I still get up, and every single day I continue to do this content for you guys, and that's the reason why I do get up, is because of you. Literally and figuratively. And it's one of the reasons why I wish that, you know, we would continue to expand this family that we have, or that we would be more engageful with one another and interactive with one another and things like that. And just, I don't know. I guess I had hopes and dreams and all these other things, and they're just not working out. Really, they're not. And so I just keep trying, but otherwise I'm tired. It's about the best way to put it. I'm tired. My eyes are heavy. They're a little puffy, literally and figuratively, and I'm just tired. But, you know, again, just being honest. I still get up, I still push, and I still go. Anyway, without further ado, thanks for watching. Catch you all later. Peace out.